On this video, we are looking at the beautiful, elegant siphon coffee brewer. Hey guys, my name is Theo Le Roux and I'm from Cupocafe Coffee Bar. So glad to see your smiling faces again. I'm always happy if you coffeeholics come back for your next hit. Now today, on this specific video, we are looking at one of my favorite, most elegant coffee brewing methods. We call this the siphon coffee brewer. So the siphon coffee brewer was discovered or invented in Berlin by a guy called Dr. Louf from Germany. And the story goes that he was drinking coffee and then ran out of coffee, so to fulfill his need of coffee, he created this beautiful thing inside his lab with a few of his scientific equipment. And of course it's evolved over the years. So here's a picture of what it looked like. And so nowadays it's a lot more elegant. It's softer coffees. We like to call this the tea-like coffee. So much so that the Chinese actually started using it for tea brewing. So you'll see this one obviously being made in, I think, Taiwan or something. Yes, made in Taiwan, so it's more affordable. They actually printed on it tea. So it's the tea-like type of coffee. It feels like tea in texture, but it tastes like coffee flavors. So the important thing about brewing the siphon is, of course, your recipe. Now you've heard me say this on every single video. The recipe of the coffee that you brew is important. You must always get the right recipe to create that beautiful flavor. So today we're working with 25 grams of coffee, and we're going to fill it up to 3 cups, which is around about 280 to 350 milliliters of water, depending on obviously the size of your cup. This specific one takes 320 mils. Now always, once again, don't use boiling water, because then in the siphon it's going to brew too fast and your coffee is going to be very, very weak. So you want to use almost room temperature. So this might be a little bit hot. I'm thinking this is probably about 65 to 70 degrees Celsius. We will be filling it up to the 3-cup specification. Now how do you know how many cups is inside? If I turn it a bit, over here it says 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cups. So that's how you know how much water or how many cups you can take. Now, always remember, it's espresso cup size. It is not a coffee mug at home. This would be almost a full coffee mug, so it's not that. Now, the way that this thing works is we got the bottom vacuum, we got the top vacuum, and then we've got the extraction pipe in between with a rubber seal. Inside, we've got a material, so a linen filter, one of the very first filters ever used. So it creates a gorgeous, gorgeous coffee. What does it do? It holds back most of the oils and the hardness of the coffee itself onto the filter and only allows the soft, beautiful flavors to go through. If we pop that in there, 25 grams of coffee. So you add your 25 grams of coffee, and then of course you light it up. Now I want my water to heat up really fast, but I don't want it to push up too fast, because then the brew is too short and the coffee is going to be very, very weak. So I want about a medium brew out of this one. So I open it up completely. Now if you focus on the bottom vacuum, what happens now is as it heats up, it actually creates pressure. As the pressure becomes too much, it forces the water to the closest oxygen point, which obviously is up top. So it forces the water through the little extracting pipe, And because it's sealed up, the air can't expand or can't escape there, and then it pushes all the water to the top. Once the water gets to the top, we let it brew for about 20 to 30 seconds. After the brew, we kill the flame, and then of course we wait for the coffee to filter back down to the bottom. Now there's two different methods to brew a siphon. The first method is where you actually keep this loose. So you don't seal it up. You let your water become very, very hot until it's almost boiling. Then you pop in your top vacuum and you let all the water push to the top. Once all the water comes to the top, then you add your coffee. You let it brew for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. And then once it's brewed, you change or you kill the flame and it runs back down. Or then the method that we're using today. The reason why I use this specific method to brew the siphon is because I don't want the boiling water to come to the top and then add my coffee. It creates a bitter flavor to the coffee. So I want it to brew as soft and gentle as possible. And because this being a light roast coffee, I want all of those sweet, beautiful, fruity flavors to come through. I don't want any bitterness in it. So as you can see, most of the water has moved to the top now, and it's pretty much covered all of the medium grinded coffee. So now I just let it gently run so I can get the coffee and the water to fuse together to then of course get the oils and all of those beautiful flavor notes out of the coffee into the water to create that flavored coffee. Now, you guys have probably seen a few of these videos, and I mention very, very often flavors, 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 flavors. Guys, this is natural flavors in specialty coffee. This is not infused coffee, so we do not add any other flavors to the coffee bean to create those flavors. The way that the coffee tree grows, it actually pulls those different nutrients or nutrients and vitamins out of the soil and then stores them inside the coffee cherry. And that creates that beautiful sweet flavor. Now as you can see, it's slightly and slowly running to the top. Now I help it a bit on with the heat. The very nice thing about the siphon is you can kind of define how strong you want your coffee to be. The longer you take the brew, the stronger the flavor of your coffee is going to be. Now, as you can see, all the water is at the top now, and there's a bit of boiling water left at the bottom. Now that water is there for two reasons. Number one, it helps the glass to not break, and second of all, it pulls the water back down to the bottom faster to extract fairly quickly. That's about 20 seconds, so I'm going to kill my flame. Now, as soon as the water at the bottom stops boiling, because of course you don't want your coffee to run into the boiling water, that's going to again burn your coffee. So you'll see it starts rushing down. Now, you get three different types of brews. You get your flat brew or flat table, you get your valley table, and you get your tabletop. And you'll see now that as the coffee runs down, it's going to leave the coffee grinds or granules right at the top. Now you want it to form a little hill at the top, because that just means that your grind was right. If it creates a flat bed, then your grind was too fine, and if it creates a valley, then your grind was too coarse, because then the water runs down too quickly. So there you can see the little tabletop. It's a beautiful little tabletop, and that tells me that it was a great brew. Of course, always be very, very careful. This thing is very, very hot. Do not grab the bottom vacuum. It will burn you blisters. The first time I actually did this for clients at the table, I was so into the conversation I completely forgot about it, and I actually grabbed the bottom vacuum and burnt myself 5 blisters. So please be very, very careful when working with this. Maybe take a wet cloth or something like that. Now I've probably brewed about 400 to 500 different siphons, so I have figured out different ways for myself to get it out without burning myself. It's still fairly hot, but it doesn't burn me that much anymore. Oh, that beautiful, beautiful scent. And of course, the best part. tasting. Now, the nice thing about the siphon is that it creates this softish finish, so it's fairly silky but not too silky. So I like to compare my coffee textures with sandpaper. As you've probably heard me mention in other videos, if an espresso is an 80 grind, an 80 sandpaper, then this would probably fall on about 160. So it's much smoother than an espresso, but not as smooth as the Chemex. If you guys haven't seen the Chemex, I'll add the video in the comments below, and maybe at the end screen you guys can go check that out. But it creates this gorgeous, gorgeous, smooth coffee, which is very, very delicious. It also brings a lot of the flavors to the front. Now, when drinking the siphon, there's 3 major points to focus on your palate. The first point would probably be the tip. Tip of your tongue will bring forth that beautiful, sweet flavors. So it's going to be fairly fruity, and because this is a light roast, as you can see, nice brownish, almost see-through color coffee, it's going to have that beautiful sweet tip of the tongue. Then you want to focus on the side of your tongue. It should create a raspberry, strawberry, apricotish, if you've got a light roast, flavor on the side of your palate, which is gorgeous. And then of course the middle of this thing's palate is insane. The middle of the palate is this gorgeous combination of that sweet and sour with this gorgeous soft bitter finish at the back of your tongue. So it is a very, very delicate and very, very, I would probably say posh coffee. So there we go. Let's give it a sippity sip. Now always give it a sniffity sniff so you can get the nostrils working first to get some of those flavors into the nose. Not too sweet, not too soily. Not a lot of tobacco in the flavor. I think it's going to be gorgeous. Always first sip is going to bring a lot of the bitterness to the whole tongue, because you're only opening up the taste receptors as soon as you take it. The second sip is the most important sip. There's that gorgeous yellow apple, maybe a bit of apricot to the tip of the tongue, pushing through to that beautiful apricot in the center. Maybe a bit of lemon skin on the sides of the tongue. It's very, very gorgeous. Gorgeous coffee. So if you guys have never tasted siphon, the siphon is available on our online store. Do go and check it out. Links in the description below. And I would like to hear from you guys if you've ever had the siphon coffee. If you do own a siphon coffee brewer, please in the comments down below tell us what is your favorite coffee running through the siphon brewing method. Thank you guys for watching. Give us a thumbs up because YouTube loves it. And if you enjoy the rest of our videos, please do hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it a lot. Hit the little bell notification so you can get a notification every single other time we upload. Do check out the e-commerce, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Love you.